Welcome to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the #1 podcast and resource for Black entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful, sustainable businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. If you're currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, you're invited to join us each and every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family and get ready to elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 425. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show for you. Today's show topic is, this one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. This one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. Now, as a serial entrepreneur for over 20 plus years and a business coach, I've had the opportunity to interact and work with many entrepreneurs. And one of the biggest issues or concerns that I hear is that people say, I can't make money using paid advertising. How do I make money using paid advertising? I've lost money on Facebook, Instagram, and any other type of platform. So today we're going to dive deep and we're going to break down how to use paid advertising to be successful, to make money, build your business, and scale your business. And so what I want to do, guys, and I'm trying to give you the most impactful topics that I can that's going to positively impact your business and impact your bottom line in a positive way. So this episode, guys, if you got a chance to write notes down or whatever, get out your pencil and paper, because I'm going to go real deep. And this may be the difference between you scaling your business from where it is right now to $1 million business, or it could be the difference of you staying in business and not going out of business. So we want to really focus on impactful episodes. And what we're going to discuss today, guys, is we're going to decode how to make money with paid digital advertising. I'm going to give you some examples. And I'm going to also give you that one missing step that most entrepreneurs forget, and that literally can change your life and your business. But before we get into today's show, let me just share a few things with the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to share all my social media contact information and resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. 2 platforms I've created to help circulate dollars in the worldwide Black community: BeSmartByBlack.com and HireBlackFreelancers.com. They're actually being revamped right now, so they will be up shortly. But if you go to any of the websites, make sure you put in your name and your email address, and we'll alert you when they're back up again. And also, if you want to be on the platforms, we'll alert you to that also. Also, don't forget to take advantage of BEBacademy.com. You can get 3 days access to the Academy, all types of learning resources such as master classes, online classes, downloads, and it helps you elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Go to BEBacademy.com. Everything I talk about right now, guys, is actually on the website. So make sure you go to blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com, hit the Learn tab, and you'll see all of the resources on there to help you elevate your entrepreneur IQ. I also want to invite you to join me in a live workshop series that coincides with today's episode. So we're going to get a lot of content in today's episode. But if you're serious about breaking it down and being able to change your business, make sure you go to BEBadsworkshop.com. BEB, like Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, adsworkshop.com. I'm only going to be taking 5 people into the program, and it is a 2-session program. Then you have a live one-on-one with me. So Wednesday, September 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesday, September 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you miss any of the sessions, you will have access to live recordings. After those 2 sessions, you'll have a live one-on-one with me. You'll schedule that. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to teach you how to create winning ads, make money, and sell any product or service. So this workshop series is going to be a game changer, guys, for your business. So we're going to combine native advertising with advertorials to supercharge your sales. So get ready for Q4. If you sell a product or a service, Q4 is the biggest time out there. Make sure that you attend this workshop. Now, it's only for 5 people, and I do this because I can't do that many one-on-ones. The investment is $249, and I promise you it's going to be the best investment you ever paid. Let me tell you who this program is for. So if you're having trouble making sales, you need to be in the program. If you can't convert your prospects into paying customers, if you need more appointments or leads, if you need to scale your business, and if you have an e-commerce product or brand you can't sell, you definitely need to be in this workshop. It's a 2-series workshop. Make sure you check out the information at bebadsworkshop.com. BEB like Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, ADS adsworkshop.com. Once again, I can only take the first 5 people, so make sure you check it out, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Now, let's get ready to dive into today's topic. This one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. This one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. Now, the reason many entrepreneurs are failing, guys, is because you haven't learned how to create profitable paid advertising campaigns. And on today's show, we're going to dive into the concept of paid advertising, and we're going to discuss what paid advertising is, why paid advertising is important, and the one piece of the puzzle that you're probably missing. So once again, guys, this is a must-listen episode that can literally change your business. So let's start off with what is paid advertising or paid media. Okay, paid advertising, which is self-explanatory, is any kind of advertising that you have to pay for versus owned or earned advertising / media. And we'll talk about them in a minute. With paid advertising, marketers pay for ad space in exchange for the use of that space. And there's several categories, including pay-per-click advertising, pay-per-impression, and display ads. Okay, so paid advertising is self-explanatory. You're paying to advertise your product, service, brand, yourself, or whatever. Okay, now let me talk about the 3 forms of media: owned media, earned media, and paid media. And I speak about these a lot on several other episodes. So owned media, meaning that's media that you own and control, which allows you to communicate with your audience anywhere, anytime for free. So this podcast, this is owned media. Nobody can stop me from podcasting. Okay. And it's not Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, because you can be kicked off those platforms. So this is owned media. All right. Another form of owned media is my database. When I send out emails, I own that media. Okay. And I can communicate with my audience at any time. The next type of media is earned media. And earned media is what you get when another entity mentions you, your product, service, or business. So this media exposure is also free, and it's deemed worthy of being shared via reposts, articles, podcast appearance, or whatever. So if you have a tweet that goes viral, other people are sharing and reposting that tweet. That's earned media. Okay. Once again, you don't pay for that. And the last type of media or advertising is paid media. And once again, paid media is the same as paid advertising. You're paying to expose your business, product, service, yourself, or whatever. Okay, so that's what paid advertising is, or paid media, whatever you want to call it. Now, why is paid advertising important? And that's pretty simple, guys. It's because it allows you to drive traffic to a product, a service, or business, yourself, or whatever, in hopes to generate sales, revenues, and customers. So paid advertising allows you to scale your business if used correctly. It gives you exposure. So anytime you're watching TV, you're listening to a radio, podcast, whatever, and you hear advertising or you see it on TV, that's somebody trying to get exposure for their product or service or their brand or themselves personally. So that's why it's important. And if you can control paid media and you can arbitrage that, meaning I pay $1,000 for an ad and I make $2,000 back, guess what? That means that now I've understood, I've created a formula that's successful, and now I can use that paid advertising formula to scale my business. And that's really what the BEB Ads Workshop is going to break down to you. It's going to give you the formula to be successful with paid advertising. Okay. Now, how do we make paid advertising work? And there's certain conditions and components, guys, that make paid advertising work to have a successful campaign or campaigns. Now, here's some of the characteristics of a profitable paid advertising campaign. Now, your product or service must have some of these characteristics. So you must have good profit margins. Okay. So when you're running a paid advertising campaign, if you're selling pens or pencils, something that's low cost, and you're only making 15 cents per unit, and you're trying to sell this online via e-commerce, that doesn't give you a lot of room for profit. Okay. For profit margin. All right. Another characteristic is you need to have enough profit to pay for advertising. The dollar amount, not the margin. So this is what I want to explain to you guys. You buy ads with dollars. You don't buy ads with margin. So if I'm selling $1 pencil, right, and it's costing me 20 cents for the pencil and I'm selling it for $1, okay, I just made what, 400%. All right, that's my margin. But guess what? That margin only equates to 80 cents. How much marketing am I going to be able to do if I'm only profiting 80 cents? Not much. Now, in contrast, say you have a product that you sell for $99, just make it $100, and it costs you $40. Okay. So now when you sell that product, you make $60, and that's 150% return on that $40 investment. The difference is, but you have $60 now to purchase advertising, even though your margin is less, 150%. Versus 400% for the pencil. It's the dollar amount that makes the difference. So you buy advertising with dollars. You don't buy it with your margin. Okay. So you have to be very conscious of what product you service that you have and what type of dollars you have available if you sell one unit to put into advertising. Also, you need efficient fulfillment of that product or service. And I was just talking about how do we make paid advertising work? And there's certain characteristics of a profitable paid advertising campaign. So your product or service must have certain characteristics, once again, such as a good profit margin. You also need enough profit to pay for advertising, and that's the dollar amount, not the margin. And you need efficient fulfillment of that product or service. And what we're talking about is this one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. So we just went through what paid advertising is, why paid advertising is important, and how do we make paid advertising work. Now, here's the coup de grace, the missing step that will make your paid advertising campaigns profitable. And here's what most people do. All right. But first, we're going to look at two paid advertising campaigns, a profitable campaign and a losing campaign. So I'm going to start off with a losing marketing campaign. And this may sound very familiar. The product may be different or the service may be different, but I promise you, a lot of you listening to this right now have run unprofitable advertising campaigns, be it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Google ads, whatever it is. I guarantee you, myself included now, I guarantee you this sounds familiar. All right, so say you sell like a green powder supplement for $30, right? Your cost of that is $7 each. So now your gross profit is $23, not counting your shipping. We're just going to keep it simple. So you're selling a green product supplement for $30. Your cost is $7. Your gross profit is $23. You run paid ads on Facebook or another platform where you're using a pay-per-click type of advertising. So you pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. So your average cost per click, just say, is $1 because it's a very competitive market. But it takes you 27 clicks to get a sale, meaning that you spent $27. Okay, so now let's break down your numbers. Your profit per jar is actually negative. You're losing money. So you have a $30 price point minus your $7 cost minus another $27 in pay-per-click, meaning you spent $34 and you only bought in 30. So you're at a $4 loss. And this is the type of advertising campaigns that many of you guys are running right now. If you're not making a profit, guys, you can't keep running that campaign unless your campaign objective is to build leads or build your database. But if your objective is to make sales and be profitable, then this is not a campaign you can run. Now, let's take this same example and let's look at a profitable marketing campaign. So let's look at the same product. You're selling a green powder supplement for $30. Your cost is still the same, $7 each, right? Now, your gross profit is $23, not counting shipping, exactly like the losing marketing campaign. Now, you run ads on Facebook where you use pay-per-click. Now, your average cost per click is still $1 per click, just like the first campaign, but it only takes you 5 clicks to get a sale, meaning you only spent $5 in advertising. So here's what your profit looks like. So you get $30 in minus the $7 that you spent for the product, minus your $5 in advertising for your pay-per-click ads. So you spent $12 and you made $30, meaning you have a profit of $18. Now, all of the numbers are the same except for your conversions. Okay, now it only took you 5 clicks to get a sale in the profitable scenario, but it took you 27 clicks to get a sale in the unprofitable scenario. So here's what a losing marketing campaign looks like. It's paid advertising to a product page or paid advertising to a sales page. That's the formula that most people use. How many times have you run an ad on Instagram or Facebook and you're sending somebody to a product page? Say you sell neckties. So you go on Instagram, you got great pictures and videos of your neckties, click the button for more information, or you're running a sale, and now all it does is it goes to a product page. That's it. And it has a list of all your different ties and the tie colors. That's what a losing ad campaign looks like. You have paid ads to a product page or paid ads to a sales page that's not converting. And if you don't believe me, go on Instagram right now, Facebook right now, and when you see sponsored ads or whatever, go ahead and click on them. And if the objective is to sell something, I guarantee you they're going to take you right to a product page or some simplified sales page. Okay. Now, let me give you the layout of a profitable marketing campaign. And I want to apologize to the BEB family because I talk about doing impactful episodes. And this is something that I should have done years ago because it's something I've been doing, but I do it by nature right now. So it's no big thing to me. But this is the formula for a profitable marketing campaign. Paid ads to an advertorial, which is a pre-sale page in the form of an article, to a sales page. I'm going to repeat that. Paid ads to an advertorial, or which is also called a pre-sale page in the form of an article, and you go to a sales page after that. There's 3 steps. The losing marketing campaigns have 2 steps: paid ads to a product page or paid ads to a sales page. Now, the missing piece is that page in between, which is called an advertorial. And once we go to the bebadsworkshop.com, we're going to break down advertorials left, right, inside out, upside down, sideways, or whatever, because that is the component that successful businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses are using. So I mentioned last week, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, the company called The Agora, who's a $1 billion company. They use advertorials all day, every day. So let's break down this missing step, and we're going to talk about the advertorial or pre-sale page. So what is an advertorial? By definition, an advertorial is a form of advertisement in a newspaper, magazine, or website which involves giving information about the product in the form of an article. Usually a brand pays the publisher for such an article, or you can create your own. Okay. Now, if you go on to, and I know most of y'all don't even go on there. Most people don't, but a lot of people do. If you go to AOL.com or MSN.com or CNN.com, any of your major websites, you're going to see advertorials. They'll either say advertisement or sponsored. Okay. And when you click on that, it may be on CNN's website or ESPN's website. But when you click on it, it takes you off of the site onto another page. Okay. Let me first tell you why advertorials are so important. Okay. So with advertorials, business get a chance to advertise their product or service in a way that adds value. Okay. And that's the missing component. It adds value and usefulness to the reader. And in return, the reader perceives the brand in a better light and becomes more interested in wanting to know more about that business or what that product has to offer. So readers trust the publication they read. So if I'm reading something on CNN and I see an advertorial, most times people don't even know it's an advertisement. I'm going to be like, yo, this is on CNN's website. Then it has to be, viable. Okay, so readers trust the publication they read. If they didn't, they wouldn't come back as a result. And readers know that their favorite publications take pride in upholding their reputation. So if those publications started publishing brand content for any old company, it would reflect badly on that publication, not the advertiser. So what they're saying is, and this is an excerpt that I pulled from a source, and what it's saying is that publication, CNN.com, ESPN.com, MSN.com, they're not going to put garbage on those sites. And so people who read those sites are going to understand that this is quality content. Now, as a result of that, your advertorial content, whether it's a long form article, a video, a podcast, or any other type of content, can be a simple and effective way to get your brand some much deserved coverage and some extra clout. So it's all about the psychology of selling. So if we know somebody is selling you or trying to sell you something, a lot of times we'll back off. But if that sales information or content comes in the form of educational and informative, then that's something totally different. So an advertorial is a combination of two words, advertisement plus editorial. So if you used to read the paper back in the day, you'd see a ton of advertorials. So it has that content like an article, but it's really talking about a product or service or whatever that somebody's selling as an ad, but it's the combination of the two. So it kind of disarms you in terms of, oh man, they're trying to sell me something. What we want to talk about right now is advertorials plus native advertising. Now, native advertising is what I explained just recently. So if you go on ESPN.com, CNN.com, and you see anything AOL.com, MSN.com, you see anything that says advertisement or sponsored, that is a native ad. And native means that it's native to the layout of whatever publication that you're reading. It looks just like another article or story on that platform. And so that's what native advertising is. I'm not going to get into it too deep right now. If you want to do some research, the three main native advertising platforms that you can use are Outbrain.com, Taboola.com, and RevContent.com. Now, if you come and you sign up for the BEB Ads Workshop, we're going to go all in depth with native advertising, and we're going to show you how to combine native advertising and advertorials to change your business. So here's the definition of native advertising. Native advertising is the concept of creating ads that are so cohesive with the page content, assimilated into the design, and consistent with the platform behavior that the viewer feels the ads belong there. Promoted search results and sponsored social media posts are popular examples of native ads. Once again, if you want to see examples, go to MSN.com, AOL.com, CNN.com. Now, let's talk about an advertorial a little more in depth. So an advertorial, remember, is a combination of an ad and an editorial piece. So it looks like a standard article, just it'll have some calls to action and other different things that a standard press release or editorial piece probably would not have. Now, let's look at the top 4 benefits your brand will receive from an advertorial. Okay, benefit number 1 is going to boost your brand reputation. Okay, now remember, reputation takes a long time to build up, and it literally can be destroyed in minutes. Okay, we saw that with Will Smith. We see that with some different products and brands out there all the time. But if you utilize the existing reputation of a respected publication like CNN.com, ESPN.com, you can boost your company's standing quickly and easily. So by having that advertorial on one of those platforms, people are going to automatically assume that your brand is reputable, and it's going to boost your brand reputation. Now, benefit number 2, you're going to reach an engaged audience. And so engaging an audience with your content and messages is one of the hardest things to do in marketing, because we get bombarded by all types of messaging, right? So people on social media platforms don't really want to see adverts, nor do they really want to be constantly bombarded with posts espousing the virtues of your company or whatever. But by using advertorial content, now your brand can gain front row seats to an existing engaged audience of potential customers and partners. So reaching an engaged audience. So if I'm reading CNN.com, that means I'm engaged. I'm not scrolling through Instagram. I'm not scrolling through Twitter or whatever, or TikTok. I'm engaged because I'm reading an article on CNN.com or ESPN.com, whatever. So now I'm already engaged, and now you're reaching people that are already engaged. They're not flipping through social media. It's a totally different ballgame. Benefit number 3, tell your brand story. So at the heart of journalism and marketing, it's all about telling a story, be it if you're telling a story with video, written word, audio, or whatever. It's all about the story. With an advertorial, guys, you can introduce your brand to readers and explain why you're in business and what you're trying to change. Now, of course, this is different from publications that traditionally like news articles and business features. So it's not a press release. The beauty of an advertorial is you'll be able to set out the problem that you're trying to solve directly to the reader and begin to unravel the issues and how your business, product, or service is working to solve that problem. Okay, so you're telling your story, so it's not jumping from an ad to a product sales page. Okay, there's no context or pre-sale in what you're trying to do with that. That's why those campaigns fail. Benefit number 4 is reaching a new customer base. So by using an existing publication like, ESPN.com or CNN.com, basically you're tapping into their readers. Okay, and that advertorial can help convince a reader that your brand is a serious player in the market, whatever market that can be. Say, for example, you're coming out with a new brand of football cleats, right? If you had an advertorial in ESPN.com, then that's a good place. So you can reach new customer bases based on the platform that your advertorials are on. And with native advertising platforms like Outbrain and Taboola, you can actually see what publications that your ads are on. And then once you see the ones that are doing well, you can continue to have your ad served to those publications. And then the publications that your ad isn't doing well on, you can stop them running traffic to those publications. So you can reach a new customer base. So those are the top 4 benefits for your brand when you use advertorials. And today's show topic, guys, is this one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaigns to fail. And once again, that missing step is that step that's in between. Once again, most people go directly from a paid ad to a product page or a paid ad to a sales page. Now, the difference, once again, guys, is that interim page. So profitable marketing campaigns look like this: paid ads to an advertorial, which is a pre-sale page in the form of an article, to a sales page. 3 steps. That missing step is that advertorial or pre-sale page, because it warms people up. It lets them know what the problem is, what the solution is, and how they can get that solution. So if I'm looking at an Instagram ad for, I just bought one of these new minimalist wallets, and one of the minimalist wallet ads that I looked at, it takes you directly from the IG video directly to the product page. That's it. I didn't buy that one. The one that I did buy took me to an informational page or an advertorial talking about the problems and solutions, and then it had click over to buy. So it had that 3rd step in it. That's the difference, guys. Now let's talk about the 7 components of a winning advertorial. So remember, the native ad is just an ad. It could be just like an Instagram ad, Facebook ad. The native ad is placed on these other websites, okay, using a service such as Outbrain or Taboola. Now, once they click there, it's going to take them to the advertorial. And we're going to talk about the 7 components of a winning advertorial layout. Now, I'm not going to go too far in depth about these components because that could be a show. Each one could be a show on its own. But if you go to bebadsworkshop.com and happen to be one of the first 5 people to sign up, we're going to go in depth into all of this about advertorials and native advertising and how to combine those to explode your profits. So component number 1 is the headline. And your headline has to grab the reader's attention. But in addition to that, it has to make the reader read the rest of your piece. Without a good headline, I don't care what you're selling, what you're trying to do, it's not going to work. So that's component number 1. Component number 2 is the problem. Now, solving the problem is the key to any good advertorial. So you have to make sure that you show them how to solve the problem. And solving the problem is with your product and or service, okay? Step number 3 or component number 3 is the agitation. So in this section of your direct response ad, you're going to focus on the problem. How does it manifest? What's going to happen if it doesn't get solved? This is the section where you dive into the repercussions of not taking actions and what it will cost the prospect. So, for example, if you don't get your weight in order, you're more likely to suffer from debilitating health issues such as diabetes, stroke, and heart attack. So that's an example of an agitation. Component number 4 is discredit. Right now, I know that sounds bad, but it's actually a very imperative component that you're going to need in your advertorials. Now, in this section, you're going to address alternative solutions and why they're either ineffective, costly, unsustainable, or whatever. But you want to dispel any idea of using these other options in a professional way. So you may not want to mention the other competitors or solutions by name to avoid any legal issues, but you can say something as an example. All these weight loss plans are unrealistic and not sustainable. Okay, so that component is discredit. Component number 5 is the solution. So this is where your product or service is discussed. So you want to present your solution, mention the desired outcomes and the results of those outcomes. How do these outcomes affect your customer? For example, our XYZ weight loss system allows you to lose weight naturally without starving yourself. Imagine how much healthier you'll feel by shedding the extra weight, not to mention how much confidence you'll gain with your new body. So that's an example of the solution. And that's component number 5. Component number 6, the call to action. So the call to action must be specific, guys. You have to make sure that you tell the audience what response that they need to take. So as I stated before, the action may include making a purchase, completing a form, taking a survey or more. And the sole purpose of the campaign is to get the response you desire from your audience. So don't give more than one call to action. You want to keep people focused and on track, okay? A one-track mind. Example, buy now, add to cart, complete the form below, register now, etc. So you have to have a call to action, and it has to be one specific call to action. And component number 7, I actually put these together, and they're just additional components of a good advertorial. And you want videos and images. So let me start off with the videos. Videos are not necessary in an advertorial. If you have them, great. But the images are more important. You want to have an advertorial with images. So if you're selling a product, you want to have product images, high resolution, quality looking product images. It could be a before, after, it could be whatever it is, but you need to have images inside the advertorial. So those are the 7 components of a winning advertorial layout: the headline, the problem, the agitation, discredit, solution, call to action, and the visual, be it images and or videos. So what I've done today, guys, is I've given you the framework of creating winning paid advertising campaigns. Once again, this could be the difference of you staying in business and you going out of business. Knowing how to arbitrage those campaigns where you spend $100 to make $200. You're going to surely learn how to scale a business, especially if you combine native and advertorials, native advertising and advertorials / whatever you want to call it, pre-sale pages. Now, before we get to the last quarter of the show, guys, let me share my contact information and my resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. Go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy, $14.95 for the print version, $9.95 for the digital version. Everything I'm going to tell you guys is on blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Just go to the Learn tab, and you're going to have all of the resources. My online courses, BEBacademy.com. Brand Builder Academy Elite, BBAelite.com. Pinpoint and monetize your genius. Go to the Learn tab and hit under courses, and you'll have all of those courses. In addition to that, I mentioned at the top of the show, BEBacademy.com. Get 3 days free access inside the academy, which is an online learning portal. Now, once again, I'm not going to give you all of the individual information. Go to blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Now, if you want to connect with me, anything long, family, hit me on my email, jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. That's jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, go to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter, jjones001, JAYJONES001. Instagram, I got 2 IG accounts, jjones for real, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. The second IG account is Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, family. I have additional content on YouTube that is not on the podcast. Yes, the podcast does come out on YouTube every Monday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when it drops on all the major podcast platforms. But go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and hit the subscribe button. LinkedIn, connect with me there. Just look for J Jones, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. If you're on Clubhouse, hit me at I am J Jones. And once again, anything long, hit me on my email. All right. But please use the website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. We want that to be the resource for Black entrepreneurs. So if you want to connect with me, go hit the website, hit the About button. And in my bio, I have all my social media contact links there. If you need resources to build your business, guys, go to the website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, hit the Learn tab. There's all types of resources there, from scaling your business, mindset, strategy, e-commerce, marketing. Anything that you need is there. So make sure you utilize the website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. In this last section of the show, guys, I just want to rehash real quick. This one missing step is causing your paid advertising campaign to fail. And I wanted this episode to be super impactful because we need to talk about and discuss and dissect things that are going to help you elevate your business, increase your profitability, and help you scale your business. And so this was super important for me to get out because I want you guys to understand the framework of a successful ad campaign. And you're missing that one piece that connects everything. So if you're selling sweatsuits or sweatshirts, it's hard to sell that going from an ad directly to a product sales page. A lot of times people want to know who's the designer, what's the concept, why did they create it? So when you can have that type of information and convey that to a prospect or to an audience, then you have a better chance of understanding or them understanding what you're actually trying to do. That's what makes the difference between connecting and not connecting, selling and not selling. There's a story behind it. Everybody loves stories. Now, the advertorial doesn't have to be 3 pages long. Depending upon what your product or service is, that's going to determine how long it should be. But it's the connection, guys. It's the connection, and that is the piece that's missing. Now, here's a perfect example from one of our BEB family members. I'm not going to call any names, but he creates luxury travel packages. Now, if you're doing luxury travel packages for busy executives, advertorials are definitely a component that you want to talk about or you want to implement into your business. So you can have an article. It could be titled something, the top 5 vacation destinations for busy executives. It could be something titled, the 5 reasons why busy executives don't take the best vacations. And then you could have the solution to that. But you're going to use all of the 7 components, the headline, the problem, the agitation, discredit, the solution, the call to action, and then use the images and or videos. Perfect example of being able to incorporate advertorials into your business. And it doesn't matter what type of business it is. It could be a products business, a service business. It could be an affiliate business. There are tons of affiliate marketers right now that are using advertorials and running those advertorials directly to ClickBank offers or to other affiliate offers. Once again, you're not running an ad to a sales page or an ad to a product page or an ad to your Shopify website web store. There has to be something in between, and that advertorial is a pre-sale. And once again, remember, guys, advertorial is a combination of advertisement and editorial. So it's written in a way that is informative. It gives quality information. It gives those 7 components, and it has a clear call to action which goes directly to whatever you want them to go to. And that one simple step is what $1 million and $1 billion companies are using, and they're making a killing right now. So if you're ready to transform your business from bad to good, good to great, or great to extraordinary, make sure you go to bebadsworkshop.com. It's a $249 investment. I'm telling you that up front. So if you don't want to invest $249 in yourself and in your business, don't even go to the page. All right. Once again, I'm talking about doing impactful things to help elevate your entrepreneur IQ and literally change your business. So go to bebadsworkshop.com. Learn how to create winning ads, make money, and sell your product or service by combining native advertising with advertorials. So this workshop series, once again, is a game changer. 2 sessions, Wednesday, September 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesday, September 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In addition to that, you get 1 hour one-on-one with me after the sessions, and we can do an advertorial review. I can help you set everything up, whatever you need that time for. Now, it's only going to be available to 5 people, so make sure if you're serious about it, go to bebadsworkshop.com and enroll, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, September 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then the following week at 8 p.m. And if you miss one of the sessions, don't worry, we have those recorded, and you'll be able to get the live recording. And these are live workshops, so you're going to be able to dialogue with me back and forth, ask questions as I go through the workshop. And once again, you're going to have a great insight into how to use this formula to grow and scale your business. Now, before we close on out, guys, I say this each and every week. We get more and more downloads because of you, the BEB family. Man, I couldn't do it without you guys. Please continue to spread the word about the podcast, the new website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, the ecosystem, and everything that we're trying to accomplish, guys. Because I tell you each and every week, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us. It's about building an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.